welcome to our first regular bulletin from Haverhill UK News, brought to you by Haverhill TV. In the news from Haverhill on this Tuesday, June the 12th, did anyone really fire a gun to spark Sunday evening's armed police raid in the town? How a Haverhill photographer is showing his wild side in a national competition, and just how many people are we expecting to line the route of the Olympic torch here on July the 7th? Police are still appealing for help to establish whether a shooting incident, which saw armed police descend on a house in Eden Road, actually happened at all. 2 armed response vehicles, a dog unit, the Force helicopter and several local police officers were mobilised just after 7 p.m. on Sunday after a report that a gun had been fired on the Dudley Hill allotments. Armed police swooped to search a house and its occupants, but failed to find any trace of a weapon. The town's police chief, Inspector Peter Ferry, said they were now uncertain whether the gunshot was a genuine incident, as no one else seemed to have seen or heard anything. He urged anyone who did to come forward. Meanwhile, investigations are continuing into the cause of the fire which destroyed Castle Hill Middle School over the Jubilee weekend. The blaze gutted the redundant school buildings, which were scheduled for demolition, and it's being treated as arson. Haverhill portrait photographer Colin Edwards has been going wild recently and now finds himself in the finals of a prestigious national competition. Colin has 2 images in the final shortlisting for the British Wildlife Photographer of the Year, one of a reed warbler and the other of a kingfisher. He has a portrait studio in the town, Colin Edwards Photography, but has recently set up Colin Edwards Wildside, specialising in wildlife pictures. The competition is judged this month, so best of luck, Colin. Scrap metal thieves had better look out, because Suffolk Police launched a new initiative yesterday, working with scrap dealers to make it easier to trace where items have come from. The high commodity prices have led to a huge increase in metal thefts, hitting homes, communities, industry, telecoms, transport and commerce, and costing millions. Finally, if you've been following the progress of the Olympic torch around Britain so far, you'll have seen the sort of crowds it's been drawing. Organisers in Haverhill are already rethinking their plans for the day when it comes here, Saturday afternoon, July the 7th, as they have seen similar sized towns inundated with 25 to 30,000 spectators. St Edmundsbury Borough Council, Haverhill Town Council and Haverhill Police are working together closely. They're still waiting to hear which parts of the route are allocated to Haverhill's own 2 torchbearers, Paralympian Caroline McLean and teenager Izzy Gower, which will no doubt be the most popular places for spectators. Apparently, today is Make Sure You're Ready Day, and Suffolk's Olympics chiefs have called on businesses in the 16 towns and villages to be visited by the flame to think about what they can do to prepare for and capitalise on the spectacle. That's it for today. Join us again for our next bulletin on Friday, and meanwhile remember you can keep up to date with Haverhill News online by going to www.haverhilluk.co.uk, and you can follow us on Twitter. If you want to tell us about any items of news to be included on the website, you can email us at editor@haverhillnews.com.